Bloodmoon Ursaluna. A terrifying Pokemon to match against with a perfectly optimized offensive spread puts your opponents in a sweaty situation when they see it in the battle preview. Well, today, we're going to use its weaknesses to its advantage. My friends, I was not planning a video. This is a post-game commentary. I know the results of the battles. I was just playing today, having some fun, had my capture card recording. Bloodmoon Ursaluna with a weakness policy is a cheat code. You guys gotta see these battles. I am doing post-game commentary. I know the results of the two, but that's why I'm doing this quick little video, so you guys can see just how powerful this Mon is. So my friends, I'm gonna ask for a favor. I'm gonna need you to sit back, relax, and enjoy, because these two battles showcase just how powerful Weakness Policy Bloodmoon Ursaluna is. So please enjoy, and let's get into it. So we're gonna get into battle 1, and you guys are just gonna see how freaking strong this Mon is. When they announced Regulation H, I was surprised that Bloodmoon was still legal to be used, but I'm not complaining because it absolutely goes crazy. So this first move here, I should have predicted my opponent. Normally, when you have our Chaladon lead against the Bloodmoon, either a switch out or a Terra comes. I got too antsy and I just wanted to see if I could surprise it, get off an Earth Power. But obviously, as you can see, they are tearing. But this actually ends up benefiting. You'll see right here. So of course, Terra flying, and we're not going to hit it. So great defensive Terra against Ursaluna for our Chaladon. So Stealth Rock. And I'm thinking to myself, wait. This actually is good for us. So I'm cool with that result. Because you'll see this next series of turns, I want to hit it with a Bloodmoon no matter what. I want to get some chip. But they go right into our little trap. And they bop us with a body press, which activates the weakness policy. So now this is an extremely threatening, extremely scary bear. And you'll see what happens right here. Ooh. KO! I did a little Street Fighter style KO for you guys. Thought that'd be a fun little thing to pop up right there. But oh my goodness. We just one-shot our Chaladon. Alright, so we got the Meowscarada. You guys have seen this kind of matchup before in my previous videos. But I want to see if I Terra fighting here, if this is an Oko. I'm thinking to myself, you know what? In my last video, I hit it with a Vacuum Wave from half health, and it did KO it. So I want to see what happens from full health. And my only stipulation here is this Focus Sash. You know, what kind of Meowscarada, but I've seen a lot of Meowscaradas that are choiced, and you'll see the result of now a +2 Terra boosted Vacuum Wave. Bye-bye, Meowscarada. Incredible. Weakness policy on Bloodmoon is so good. You never see it. I don't think I've ever run into one, so it totally takes your opponents off guard. If it was a more readily used item, he probably wouldn't have hit me with a body press there, but he did anyway. And now let's see how much this Bloodmoon does after the Quiver Dance. So I'm thinking to myself, no matter what, I want to get some chip on this Volcarona. I knew the Quiver Dance was coming. They wouldn't have just come into it to attack us. But you'll see this Bloodmoon absolutely do a ton of damage, and that's after +1. And I'm not even sure what this Volcarona's investment is, but that's insane damage. We live that +1 Fiery Dance. They get the boost, but it doesn't matter to us, because no matter what we click, bye-bye Volcarona. And guys, that is a tidy Game 1 sweep by the GOAT, Bloodmoon Ursaluna. You need to see this! Alright, into battle number 2. So based on that first battle, guys, I wanted to bring Bloodmoon no matter what. I did speak a little bit in my last video how I wanted to showcase Mimikyu. So we are going to bring Mimikyu this match. And Mimikyu is really, really good. I think last time I checked, I think it's either 9th or 8th most used in this format at this current time. Now, we have about a week left of this format, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately because I'm not really ready yet for Paradox or those strong power creep mons that come back. But I loved it. I had a ton of fun in Regulation H. And I'd love for you guys to tell me in the comments, did you have fun as well? Did you love this format? You know, void of legendaries and void of those strong Paradox mons. So we're coming into Game 2. And against my opponent's team, I wanted to lead Mola, just to kind of pivot to scout a little bit, and I actually really like this initial matchup. Now, Gholdengo, it's either going to bop you or it's going to trick you. I don't see a lot of Thunder Wave, a lot of nasty plot, so I'm like, you know what, take my Assault Vest, no problem. I still have Mimikyu in the back, and I was curious too, I'm like, you know what, even with the Assault Vest, I wonder how much this Ursaluna will do if it procs its Weakness Policy. But again, Alomola, as I explained a couple matches ago, is a flip turn type of mon. So no problem. I wanted to pivot into Mimikyu. Hopefully switch him out, or force a switch out. So this is a free Swords Dance in my opinion. I don't see them staying in. And you'll see. The prediction was correct. They make a play based on me bringing in Mimikyu, and then they switch out. So curious to see who they have in the back. And then we have the Archaladon. So let's bust up this Swords Dance, and Mimikyu, guys, is so good in my opinion. I want to get chipped no matter what, because this might be a Roar, Archaladon, some cheese there. And you'll see this move is actually pretty good. I'm thinking about it though. I'm like, is it between pivoting? But I want to get some chip. And this is not stab boost. Now I know this is +2 life orb. Look how much damage on an Archaladon. Are you kidding me? Still have the disguise intact. We'll take that all day. You can roar us all you want. That is unbelievable damage. And Archaladon is such a threat. You know, looking back through this regulation and all the matches that I played, I think I had the hardest time against Archaladon. And, you know, probably in some extents, I really struggled against Meowscarada. For whatever reason, Meowscarada just destroyed me this regulation. If it was like a Terra Stellar Meowscarada or a Choice Scarf, it did a lot of damage. So I think those two mons were the MVPs of this regulation against me. So you guys saw the body press and it procced our Weakness Policy. And this is going to be an absolutely obliterated Archaladon. It's unfortunate that it wasn't full health, so you guys could have seen how much that would have done. I believe that would have been an Oko, and I would have loved to put another KO graphic up there, but you know. It is what it is. We'll still take the KO. So now I'm curious. Alright, if he pivots back into Gholdengo, which you'll see his move right here and what he does, I'm like, if he pivots back into Gholdengo, I want to hit him with a Vacuum Wave. Just curious to see how much it'll do. It's +2. Now, I know it is Assault Vest now, but I'm just curious. And you guys will see just the sheer power of this Ursaluna after the +2 boost on a super high base special attack. This mon is so broken. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, wait, what? And it was a critical hit, of course. But still, that is crazy damage with an Assault Vest. So, of course, we're KO'd Bear right there to make it rain. And that KOs, I think, almost every time. We have some defensive investment, as you guys saw, but our health was way too low to survive that. And yeah, I'm just pivoting into Mola. I think this is going to be a free flip turn. And you guys will see this is actually a good move, because then we get the jump on whatever they decide to bring in. So I'm like, you know what, no harm and no foul in bringing in Alomomola here. And the way our opponent reacts, it's almost exactly how we wanted it, right? We wanted to bring Mola in to pivot out, you know. They're going to hit us with a move, they're -1, I see no reason for them to stay in, so this is free chip. And I try to play a lot of these matches with that in mind. Where can I get free chip? What's a good move for me to make? Thinking about it, had me a little nervous. I'm like, I wonder if they would have stayed in, maybe Shadow Ball, now that they have the option of switching moves, but they did pivot. So it ended up being a good move. And we're into the bear. Hopefully it's not a Weakness Policy bear. And it's not, luckily. So this is like, you know what, I'm going to bring in Mimikyu. I can probably get off a free Swords Dance. And then I'm really curious to see how much Drain Punch does. Because a lot of Ursalunas I see, guys, they're not Terra fighting like our Ursaluna. A lot of Ursalunas, which makes total sense, I see a lot of Ursalunas in this regulation being Terra normal. To get that extra bop on those normal moves it uses, that stab bop plus that Terra bop, they're extremely strong. So there's the Hyper Voice. Not sure if they were thinking that might have bypassed Disguise, or they were saving up their Blood Moon, but it doesn't matter anyway. And then I was curious, I'm like, I wonder how much this Drain Punch is gonna do. It's not stab, but it's +2 life orb boosted. And guys, look at that. It almost KOs. That is a Bloodmoon Ursaluna. So I'm thinking to myself, I know the special defense on Mimikyu is pretty high outright. And they didn't go for a Blood Moon, which took me off guard. I'm like, you know what? I don't think a Vacuum Wave, if they have it, KOs. Because then I have the jump on Aqua Jet if I have to. So I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna hit the Drain Punch, see what happens here. And they cancel. So probably didn't have the priority there, but guys, I wanted you to see those two battles, and I hope you have a great day.